Left hand one's your before, right hand one's your after. So I've put these lines on here now to showcase the weight distribution. You can see your armpit there just in front of your toes, okay? Whereas this one now, your armpit now is on your toes. It's a very small little adjustment. You've gone back visually. If I took these two lines away and said, okay, right, spot the difference, you'd be like, well, not really sure. You can feel the weight going back a little bit. And as we said, what we're looking for in a sort of balanced setup is the balanced weight distribution from heel to toe, okay, and both 50-50 on each foot. You don't want to be leaning too much one way or the other, because if your balance gets away from kind of your centre, as you said before, balance is going to be an issue, and the foot often stepping forward is an issue with that.
Yes, well,
if you stand on your
shot when we first,
that
was all over the place.
If you stand on that tiptoe, you're like, it's going to throw you forward. So now in terms of swing, okay, take away, very, very nice. Take away, very, very nice, okay. Club going back to the top of the backswing. It's a smidgen, as we said, laid off, okay. At the moment, I think we can accept that for the most part, because what we're working now, what we're looking at on the way back is a little bit bowed. If I'm honest, I prefer a slightly bowed left wrist because it's easier to maintain a square club face than being too cuppy, okay. Dustin Johnson won the Masters at 20 under with the really bowed left wrist. So if it's not a fault, as in, if you weren't hitting every single shot like this, which you hit 1 in 20, okay, we wouldn't worry about it too much, okay? If it becomes a kind of ongoing thing, maybe something we can sort of tweak towards. But at the moment, I'd rather you focus on one thing of what your arms are doing here, which is probably an easier thing to kind of work on than worry about this plus this. It'd be too much, and you get yourself tied in knots and everything, okay? So I'm going to show you now bit by bit the small little adjustments we make in there. It won't seem a lot, but visually we can see the strike on the golf ball there now and the path we're making. So as your club starts coming down here now, okay, bit of a drop here now as the club comes down, and your club now as a result of that, okay, a little bit steep, okay. As you start coming down on this, and there's still going to be a little bit of a drop, okay, because you've kind of pulled your arms in, okay. You look at the line on here now to the golf ball, you can see the green line now more through your shoulder rather than near your head. So this club now is working a little bit more flat as opposed to being tipped too forward, okay? This line's probably a few degrees flat, and again, the club itself is going through your right shoulder where that's a little bit higher up towards your body. The gap between your neck, shall we say, and the club is greater on this right-hand side, okay? Which means the club looking down and hasn't kind of gone, it's kind of gone more down this way, okay? As that club then starts coming towards impact here, okay? That's fine, that's okay, that's fine. We're coming back in here now. You can see your right foot just before impact is staying nice and stable, okay? Heel just coming off the ground a little bit and then releasing through to a good position. Whereas if you look at this one here now, because you've tipped forward, the right heel's already coming off the ground. Before impact now, your right foot's more off the ground. The club there is just outside. If we actually put a line through the shaft here, you can see the line now is basically dissecting the golf ball, meaning the club has tipped and tilted and gone over, meaning your path now is going to be to the left too much. And then watch your right foot now as you swing through. It's just really fighting that balance, okay?
Sure.
So if we can get yourself feeling a little bit kind of more 50-50 through the feet. Swing to the top of the backswing as you feel comfortable and feel that first kind of transition down with the arms coming back here as the arms are coming down. The second we tip forward, trying to move your hips, or your shoulders, whatever, the arms then are forced to kind of follow where your body's putting yourself. Okay? So being more aware of what the arms want to do, and I think in some ways then the body will just sort of fall into line and do what it needs to do. Okay? It'd be almost impossible to swing a golf club and not use your body. I mean, you'd probably do yourself an injury if you weren't careful. So if you could be more aware of what the hands and arms are doing, because that's what's controlling the golf club. Okay? Yes, there are some elements of the body we can use to try and utilise more speed and more distance, etc. But you're not in the ball showing 160 to 180 with a 6-iron and pretty straight. You're not losing distance, okay? And if we get a nice good strike, and I think from your point of view, the biggest thing in terms of full swings for a lot of time is eliminating that hooky one, and also eliminating the one where you step your foot forward, which in some ways creates that hooky one, or then kind of a sort of saving of the golf club. So if the body can swing kind of, as you said yourself, more stable, which you think you felt when you were sort of equally balanced with the feet, you felt a little bit more stable, that will certainly help. If you can create a more stable base, now your arms can kind of swing into the right spot rather than tipping forward, and that, as you said, don't dip or don't lose your height or don't go forward. To say to someone, don't do that, it's going to be very hard to do that from weight being on your toes anyway.
Sure.
So get a better setup, work on what your arms are doing, then we think they go more successfully.
That's fantastic.
Make sense, yeah?
Yeah, it does.
Excellent, good stuff.